Hey guys, Big Papa Pump here. So this barbarian is an ethereal throw barbarian, alright? It's new to Path of Diablo. I don't know how long it's been in Path of Diablo, but it's a new skill for Path of Diablo. And it's quite toad, alright? I'm going to show you guys how this damn thing works. And this one is not optimal, but he's decent. His name is Ice Hogue, and I recently respect him. And here's the skills. You know, you just have to put one into all the prereqs. Then you have Ethereal Throw. You max that shit out. And you can start pumping into the synergies. And this one isn't maxed yet. Yeah, Power Throw. I have 5 left over. I don't know why. Fuck. I always have shit left over. I like to save stuff, man. I like to save up me nuts. But then you max Throwing Mastery. Put 1 into these masteries. You can put a few into natural resistance if you want. You probably don't need that end game though, or you certainly won't need that end game. Then you max battle orders. Alright? And Ethereal Throw, bruh, it's pretty fucking cool. It's a lot like Fist of the Heavens, alright? When it hits the enemy, as you can see, it does magic damage. And it says it into a burst of energy that explodes upon impact. And you throw your weapon with tremendous force. Alright, so it does a lot of physical damage, but on top of that, it exerts the fucking magic stuff, the Fist of the Heavens stuff, alright? And as you can see, it's only 649 to 900 magic damage, but even with that, it's quite toad, and you have to have your pierce pretty high. I just maxed mine out. I threw Razor Tail on him, and here's the gear you need, man. You need Warshike. Fuck it, I'll show you how it performs for just a second here. It's most optimal when there are a ton of enemies on screen. With just a cluster of enemies, alright? That's when it's most optimal. Because with 100% pierce, it's kind of like a Javazan, right? It's very similar to a Javazan, only this one can run like all tiers as far as I've read. Alright, they can do the end game content for Path of Diablo with ease if you have a very strong build. Alright, whereas the Javazan, the problem is you run into shit. You run into shit that's light immune, that Infinity doesn't break their light immune. So it's a real pain in the ass. There are some ways around it, but it's a pain in the ass. And magic damage, as a lot of us know, is toad in Diablo 2. Just because there are very few enemies who are actually immune to magic damage. And their resistance to it is quite low in general, if they have any resistance to it. I don't think they generally have resistance to magic damage, which is why a little bit goes a long ways, alright? Like the Chaos Claw, for example, that the Blades of Ice Assassin use. Fuck, the water's running. Shit. Excuse my language, but I like to try to keep things relatively quiet when I'm making the video. My mouse, I got a new mouse and the fucking clicker is really loud. So I'm going back now to using my Razer mouse. The problem with this thing is when I click, it doesn't always register, right? It's not very often, maybe like once every 100 clicks, maybe more than that. I haven't really noticed it since I hooked it back up. But, yeah, I gotta get a quiet mouse, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of in the market for a quiet mouse that's a gaming mouse, that's wired, that works well. But, I mean, yeah, as you can see, this Baba is pretty interesting. And let me show you how he performs in, like, the Chaos Sanctuary, for example. Now, this one is not optimal, like I said, okay? He's not using a torch. Don't even have a torch on this toad. I don't know how much you get per point, generally, for skills on this guy. I could compare my Ariettes. Oh, fuck. Fuck! I was worried that would happen. There we go. Okay. So, with Ariettes, 900 max damage and it's level 24. Without, it's level 20 and it does 600. So it gets quite a bit of damage per level, I expect. And of course, you could get like some combat charms, I think is what it would require, yeah. Combat charms would be very nice. Get High Lords, maybe Chains of Honor. Maybe High Lords, maybe Mara's Amulet, I don't know. But Warshike is quite required for this build, to my understanding, alright? It's really important you get that pierce rate way up, preferably maxed. And this is going to get you halfway there. 50% piercing attack right here. And it also gives Deadly Strike, it replenishes quantity. In Path of Diablo, I think the corruption mod you want is max damage per level, because that's really going to scale up your damage. And I think it's going to overall be better than an ethereal one. Plus you can repair it still, so you don't have to wait for the damn thing to replenish. But yeah, I think a max damage Warshike is going to be Toad. And I saw this guy early on in the ladder who showed off his throw Baba. And this is actually where I got the Warshike from. He kept corrupting him, and he corrupted this one in the game I was in. And he didn't even want it. He was just tossing them away if they were CNC. And this one didn't get any corruption mod. So we just threw it on the ground. And I grabbed it. I was like, screw it. Maybe I'll try a throw Barbarian sometime. But yeah, I think you want an Ariats. Preferably you want a 3-socketed Ariats. I think with all max damage jewels in it, check your increased attack speed breakpoints to see if you would benefit from IAS jewels. This one just has a melee splash and a IAS one because that's what I had in it back when I was Frenzy. And I still have 1 point in a Frenzy, so I still have Breath of the Dying and Death on Switch. The attack rating is really low right now, but I actually found this is faster to kill bosses. So I can switch over to that to kill bosses. It's pretty Toad. It is pretty fucking Toad. I might look into trading for a Barb Torch, because this is actually pretty epic, man. I was just planning on making a video on this to show it off to you guys. But after playing with it for a few minutes, I'm thinking maybe I might want to experiment more with this thing and, you know, get him up there and level and optimize this guy a bit more, because I have seen a few videos where they run the tiers no problem. I think endgame playstyle for this guy is you're running around the tiers, killing like 70 to 80% of the enemies. Because often there are a few left on screen, and it's not always worth just trying to kill them one by one. Holy shit, look at this dust crowd. 6%. Probably not worth keeping. Let me know if any of you guys want this dust shroud. I'll probably get rid of it though within like a few hours, so let me know fast. But yeah, this build is pretty fun, man. I mean, he kind of looks like a dumbass how he carries his items, and he grunts every time he tosses one. I don't even have a merc up right now. I think most of your damage is from the splash magic damage. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe I won't even take a guess at this. Deals 60% of weapon damage. Okay, I think... So I'm wondering if it does convert some of the Fist of the Heavens splash from physical to magic. That's not shown here, but I don't think it does. I think all the splash damage that you're seeing, or all the area of effect, those little magic orbs, I think that's all you're actually doing to the enemies. But it just goes a long ways because magic damage is quite powerful in Diablo in general. So I imagine if you get a torch on this guy, that'd be another 3 skills. Get a few combat GCs, maybe get like 6 skills right there, man. Get an Annie, that's 7 more skills. Get a High Lord's Amulet, that's 8 more skills, or Mara's, that's 9 more skills. And imagine how Toad it would be to have a corrupted Mara's. Or a corrupted combat skill, actually would probably be better. You could get 4 to combat skills, Amulet. And imagine this shit, man. You know, you'd be hitting like an additional 11, then you get Chains of Honor. You got 13 additional skills to this shit. So 37 Ethereal Throw. That would be Toad. And I might be missing a few things. A BK Ring. 38, you know. Maybe an SOJ. I don't know. I think BK Ring would be more ideal with this guy. If you have some mana steal, it seems to stay up for the most part. And on Switch, I have a shitty weapon on Switch, something I just found and tossed on him. It's not ideal for this guy. It does give mana per kill, and I think I still benefit from that, but that's the only benefit. You could put anything in this offhand. Like right now I could take this off and he'd be doing about the same damage, you know. A little less mana per kill, but... Or he won't have any for that matter, but he does have some mana steal still. So you could put a spirit shield on here. You could put a storm shield on there. I've heard, however, they're quite invincible endgame, this build, so I don't know if that's true. Oh, but it might be the case. You could put a Heart of the Oak on there. Then you get 3 skills instead of just the 2 from Spirit. But then you won't have any block. So I feel like I'd want to put a shield on there ultimately. Probably a Storm Shield. Spirit, I'm not sure if I'd want to have to reach the strength requirement. Storm Shield gives you that 30 strength or 35 strength. So you gotta have that going. But yeah, you could experiment a bit what you could put on offhand. You'd only throw with one of your hands. You know, you don't alternate. Of course, there is that double throw skill or whatever, or power throw. Gathers momentum to unleash a powerful... The fuck? Is that all? Yeah, it's not very effective, from what I can tell. So I don't think this build uses that. They just level up for the synergy alone, to my understanding. But yeah, even with this guy, like we were just talking, you know, we could have his ethereal throw level. I mean, it might be doing twice the damage. I don't know. And he's doing okay, as you can see, you know. But leveled up would be a pretty damn efficient area clear character, from what I can tell. And maybe I'll make a video running cows with this guy. No, I mean, hell, this might be a nice alternative from the Javazan. Because you're doing magic, and worst case scenario, you can always do some physical. You can have, like, 1 point frenzy and see what you can do with that. Yeah, but getting the screen just filled with enemies is quite helpful, I think. And I did run Trav with this guy. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But like I said, this guy pretty much sucks right now, so... Maybe I'll work on him a little bit, I don't know. I wasn't really planning on it. Like I said, I think it kind of looks like a dumbass. Sounds like a dumbass. What? Maybe he'd say the same about me, but anyway. It's just kind of silly, you know? But maybe it would be an ideal build for hunting runes and shit. This one doesn't have any magic find on him right now. You could put a gold dagger on switch, or not on switch, on your offhand. You could put an Alibaba. Oh, fuck. Fuck! Hope I didn't lose anything right there. You could put an Alibaba on switch. Sometimes I get lazy when I'm making a video, bruh. No, don't judge me too harshly for that shit. But you could put an Alibaba on switch, a few Is in that hog, a few shit MF jewels on that hog, stuff like that. But yeah, he's dead as fuck now. But anyway, don't even really give a fuck. Maybe I'll be able to get the body. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this build, and have you experimented with the Ethereal Throw Barbarian? I think it's pretty epic. I'm not sure how he compares to the Fist of the Heavens Paladins. Actually, I have a boy who I haven't seen in a few days. I haven't been on much. But who runs a nice Fist of the Heavens Paladin. Claims he's doing like all the tiers now, no problem. So I really don't know how this build compares to that. I do know this one is going to have the physical damage benefit. So the occasional magic immune, you can deal with those maybe a bit more efficiently. But still, even with Fist of the Heavens Paladins, you got the lightning damage that they can do. So, I don't know how it compares to those. You know, but it's a different take on a character in Diablo. Come on. Come on. I knew this was going to happen. Oh, fuck. Got the body. Alright. Alright, got the body, and fuck it. I did clear it last game. Don't really feel like clearing this shit. I just am kind of tired of having such a shitty build right now. I'd rather get some skill gear on them and then run. So, I might work on them. I don't know. Ooh, look at that. 40 life. Toad. But let me know what you guys think about this Barbarian. Have you seen them? Have you compared them to Fist of the Heavens Paladin? And do you think Iceman should beef his up a little bit? Comment below your thoughts on the matter. Like this damn video. Thank you to my patrons. Appreciate you guys. Become a patron if you want. Link in the description below. Peace be with you.